Captain's log, stardate 55529.8. We've rendezvoused with the Starship Olympus on our way to the Osiris system to investigate the disappearance of a Federation terraformed ship. We've taken aboard a mission specialist for the duration.
This is Ensign Corey Astor, sir.
Welcome aboard, Ensign. It looks pretty bad for the Enki. Long-range sensors show debris in orbit of the planet.
Hopefully we'll be able to recover the data recorder from the ship. It should help us piece this puzzle together.
The NK was not designed to enter the atmosphere. If she got too close, the stress would have torn her apart.
There's no sign of ships in the area. Someone attacked her. They're gone now.
I don't want to rule anything out. Astor, I want you to work with Ensign Rowe to recover and analyze the ship's data recorder. It could be a critical part of our investigation.
Aye, sir.
Dismissed, Ensign.
Anything else, sir?
What's our ETA?
5 days, 10 hours. It's a long way from Federation space for a civilian vessel.
I tend to agree with you, number one, but Starfleet feels the key to holding on to the patch is to place colonies and outposts in all the sectors surrounding it.
Then we better start defending them.
We don't know what happened to the NK. As far as we know, Sector 431 isn't inhabited at all.
Well, you certainly look different.
Do I comment on every little change in your appearance? I do not, and I shall thank you to show me the same courtesy.
Well, you don't need to be a Betazoid to tell he was embarrassed, but what was that all about?
You were going to find out sometime, and he can't hide it anymore.
Hide what?
He has a rare disorder, but you have to know Tellarites to tell. He's, well, a late bloomer.
You mean to tell me that he's just now going through puberty?
Actually, it happened rather quickly, but at the worst possible time. His last day of leave on Risa.
Makes me glad I was here at the time.
So what's her name? Lana. Sounds Russian. Yeah, but she's Tarlac.
Hearthstone, I think. It's very cultural over at her place.
So where are we going to sickbay?
Well, you see this? What do you think it is?
Well, it looks like a rash or something.
Yeah, what if I got it from Lana?
Man, isn't that a bit xenophobic?
Well, do you know what it is?
The doctor will probably just give you some balm.
What if it's terminal?
Maybe you should ask your girlfriend about it.
Maybe we shouldn't bother the doctor with it. Is it fatal?
You'll live. It's a standard opportunistic infection. It should clear up in a few days. If you're lucky.
Poor Lana.
Next time, consider following the interspecies mating guidelines a little more closely.
Thanks, Doctor.
Ensign Rowe, I'm Ensign Corey Astor.
Yes, Ensign?
Do you remember me?
Do I know you?
Well, we had a couple of classes together at the academy.
Can you be more specific?
Well, I'm not sure if we ever spoke, but I thought, oh well, the captains assigned us to work together on the NK's data recorder.
Well, let's hope it wasn't vaporized.
Yeah.
I've completed scanning the debris. It's the NKL, right?
Captain, this doesn't make sense. If the ship broke up entering the atmosphere, there shouldn't be any debris.
Sir, I've detected the data recorder in the debris field. It seems to be relatively intact.
Beam it directly to the science lab. Rowe, Astor, you have your work cut out.
Aye, sir. There's no sign of weapons damage on any of the debris. If this was an attack, it wasn't a conventional one.
What about a terrorist attack? Something from inside the NK.
That would leave telltale signs on the debris. And we're not seeing any of that.
Mr. Luco, have engineering help you catalog the wreckage.
This is a projection of the NK's orbital profile, the last few seconds before she broke up.
If this is right, the ship suddenly shut down power and plummeted toward the planet. The ship would have been actually pushing itself with its own engines toward the surface.
But it gets worse. The crew seems to regain control of the ship and climb back to a sustainable orbit, only to be thrown back into another fatal descent seconds later.
Could this be a suicide?
We should have Counselor Elbury look over the psych reports of the bridge crew.
But the ship clearly lost power. Of all the ways to commit suicide, this has to be one of the most bizarre.
It's almost as if the hand of the prophets reached out and slapped the NK down. But when it didn't die, slapped it down again to finish the job.
Are you religious, Ro?
Religion is not exactly the word I would use. I have beliefs. My people's faith is very black and white. I don't agree with all of it.
So, you're looking for answers?
That's why I joined Starfleet.
Me too.
The truth is out there. Let's take a look at the sensor logs. There has to be some reason as to why the ship suddenly lost power.
I haven't found anything anomalous in the psych reports. They were normal.
I had a feeling you were going to say that.
This report isn't the only reason why you wanted to talk to me, was it?
Do you ever wait for your patients to bring something up, Counselor?
Why wait? I have a busy schedule.
It's about Ensign Ro.
You're not getting along?
Not as well as I'd like.
And you'd like to know if he would get along with you as well as you'd like to get along with him.
Yeah.
I wish I could give you a definite answer, but I can't. But your own thoughts are readable, but it's not my practice to invade the thoughts of others.
Well, you've worked with him. Hasn't he ever given some kind of indication of what types of relationships he might be open to?
Nothing specific. He spends a lot of time with Rollins, but that's normal among best friends.
And Rollins has a girlfriend.
And we could speculate on this all day, Ensign. But in the end, you're just gonna have to talk to him.
Thanks, I guess.
If you need anything else, let me know.
I think we should check the subspace bands again, see if we missed anything.
We've been over that 3 times this week. There's nothing on the visible spectrum at all.
Well, what about something cloaked in subspace?
It's 2200 hours. How about tomorrow?
Yeah, okay.
Want to bother Rollins?
Sure.
Enter.
Hey Rollins, you remember Corey Astor?
From the other day?
From the Academy.
I don't think so. What class?
Dr. Peterson's Anatomy of Planets.
Oh yeah, you gave that report on the new terraforming strategies.
Yeah.
You remember the reports?
It was good. Sit down, guys. What can I get for you guys?
Anything without synthol.
Blood wine okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Aster?
Sure, I'll have that.
Hey, what have you been reading? Tom Corbett's Space Cadet?
Oh, I've been trying to get my mind off Lana. Want to play some tridimensional chess?
3-player?
Got a record to break tonight.
Morning, Luca. You're up early?
Early bird gets the worm.
Isn't that one of Shelby's lines?
Yeah, I'm borrowing it from her.
Well, I won't tell. What have you got?
I did an electron scan, and I'm coming up with small amounts of tachyokinetic radiation on the hull plates of the NK.
That suggests that low frequency waves are involved. But what kind?
Electromagnetic pulses.
Now, it wouldn't show up in the hull fragments, but it might show up in the sensor data.
Let's check with Roe and Astor.
Leffler to Ensign Astor. Leffler to Astor, please respond.
Astor here.
You getting a late start?
Sorry, Commander.
I'd like to meet with you and Roe as soon as you can get down to the science lab.
On our way.
What happened? Oh, I think we passed out.
Oh, what? Ro, are you okay?
What happened?
We fell asleep.
Before that?
We played chess and drank blood wine until the computer wouldn't let us replicate anymore. Leffler wants to see us in the lab.
Okay, I just can't remember what happened. Did anything happen before that?
Take it easy, Ro. Nothing happened.
What the hell is that?
Computer and music.
Rollins, is that your idea of a wake-up call?
I'm late for my shift. I'll see you guys later.
We better go. What have you found, Commander?
An electromagnetic pulse.
There are a dime a dozen.
Yeah, but I'm fishing for a really big one. Scan your sensor logs. If one's there, we're in business.
This may take a while.
Get started on it, Ensign. Let me know when you have something.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Astor, can I ask you something?
Sure.
Hey, you're attracted to me?
How'd you know?
It was kind of obvious.
Nevin?
I'm not.
No what?
Interested. I'm sorry, Corey, it's not about gender.
So what are you afraid of? This past week we've become good friends.
I'm just not interested.
So it is a gender thing.
I wish it weren't. This morning you caught me off guard and kind of freaked out.
It's okay. We both had a lot to drink.
Yeah. Something already?
It's found several electromagnetic pulses in the sensor logs. But that's not all. They seem to be in response to the isolated scans that NK was sending out at the time. They're occurring at a frequency of 19.47 and 33.
Are you sure?
Yes. Why?
Have you ever heard of hyperdimensional physics?
Of course. It was mentioned in my terraforming paper. But the energies involved are still a complete mystery.
We better run this by Leffler.
Come in.
Rollins, got a second?
I'm in the middle of something. Can it wait?
Not really. Remember how I told you Astor had a thing for me at the academy?
Yeah?
Well, he still does.
So what?
So what? He's a guy.
Whatever powers your starship, bro.
I'm serious.
So am I.
I'm not interested in that sort of thing.
So then why are you bothering me about it?
I don't know.
Look, I have to do my personnel reports. Is there any other reason you came down here?
Well, I was on my way to the library.
The library? That's 12 decks up.
You ever finished this Tom Corbett novel?
No, it's too corny. Hey, I thought you were going to the library.
I am. I asked Astor to meet me there.
Is that your idea of a date?
No, I just wanted to research the history of hyperdimensional physics.
Hyperdimensional physics? I thought that was science fiction.
Why would you think that? It's been around for centuries.
It's in the Tom Corbett novel.
Can I borrow this?
You touched it. It's yours.
Thanks. Computer, download the contents of this pad into the hollow matrix and extrapolate a linear program.
Program complete.
Rotor Aster,
Aster here.
can you meet me in holodeck 2?
I'm on my way.
Computer, run program. The answer to this puzzle has been under our noses the entire time.
I failed to see how Tom Corbett's Space Cadet is the answer to an electromagnetic field.
A massive displacement field hit the NK. It took out our systems and eventually tore the ship apart.
But that was triggered by the NK's own isolatic scans.
I understand that, but Tom Corbett?
In the novel, we learn about an ancient civilization with hyperdimensional technology. This technology somehow uses strong electromagnetic forces.
You're saying the NK was torn apart by a hyperdimensional weapon?
Not necessarily a weapon, but some kind of reaction to the NK's scans.
But what makes you think the relation to the novel is accurate?
We did some digging, and the author of this novel was intimately involved with 20th century attempts to understand hyperdimensional physics.
Who's behind this?
If the Tom Corbett model holds, we could be looking at a leftover technology of an ancient civilization. Perhaps the very one that seeded our galaxy billions of years ago.
According to the novel, there are hyperdimensional artifacts scattered all over our galaxy. This could be the very first one ever discovered.
Your hypothesis will be pretty easy to test, gentlemen. If we start scanning with isolated pulses, then we should get some kind of response, right?
That's the plan. We're in position, Captain.
Initiate the pulses, Commander.
Aye, sir.
Try increasing to the higher bands. Reading a 500% increase in electromagnetic activity.
There's enough gravitational force in orbit of that planet to tear apart a starbase.
So far, so good. Increasing to the upper bands. Maybe we can get this thing to show itself.
Would someone mind explaining to me what those are?
Hyperdimensional field generators?
I think Ro's right. The electromagnetic fields seem to be coming from the tetrahedrons.
If these indeed are artifacts from an ancient civilization, then we've just stumbled on the greatest discovery of all time.
Hyperdimensional physics is the holy grail for every scientist. Unified theory of gravity.
So what's the tetrahedron's purpose?
They could be defensive sentries for this system.
I doubt it. They responded to a non-aggressive action by the NK. To me, that suggests it was a misunderstanding. Most likely, there were power generation units used to feed the planet.
Any life signs?
We can't scan inside them, sir.
If the Tom Corbett novel is any indication, then the creators of this technology have been gone for millions of years.
Captain, we've got company. Red alert! Shields activated. The Grey are scanning the tetrahedrons.
They must have been shadowing us.
Perhaps they have the technology to scan the interior of the artifacts.
They're moving in.
Sir, we can't let the Grey plunder this technology.
Hail them!
I've been trying. No response.
They've locked onto something. I think they're trying to use the transporters.
Damage report!
Shields holding.
Reading an energy buildup in the planet's core.
The energy is being fed directly from the tetrahedrons. Whatever the Grey did, it must have triggered the effect.
If that planet explodes, it'll create a level 14 shockwave.
Time?
If the core continues its energy buildup at this rate, it will explode in less than a minute.
Helm, land the course! Any direction! Maximum warp! Engage! Captain's Log Supplemental. The loss of the alien artifacts is a disappointment for us all, but at least they're not in the hands of the Gray. We're offloading our mission specialists before heading back to the station.
The Endeavor is ready to receive you, sir.
I guess I'm ready.
Wait. Give us a second, Ted. I wanted to thank you for your help on this mission.
I wish I could do more.
I know you must be hurt, Corey. One of these days, a good-looking guy is gonna fall in love with you, and he's gonna be very lucky.
Take care of yourself, Nevin.